Well, we're expecting strong to damaging winds coming into our forecast as we go from Tuesday into Wednesday. But before we talk about that, I know that's going to be the big concern for most of us. But we do have a little snow out there this evening, and that's going to be continuing overnight tonight and throughout the day on Sunday. How much snow are we expecting from that? Well, generally not a whole lot of snow. We are talking about the potential for 4 to 7 inches of snow, maybe even 7 to 9 for the Tug Hill Plateau and portions of Lewis County. You can see in that purple area, that's where we're expecting the 4 to 7. In the blue, then the purple is the 7 to 9 along the St. Lawrence River. So Clayton, Cape Vincent over to A Bay and Hammond, we are expecting anywhere from 4 inches or less. Maybe, if you're lucky, getting upwards of 5 inches, but this is the best bet for now. All right, this isn't the system that we're going to be talking about mostly. We're talking about those strong winds, heavy rain, and the potential for some flooding as we go from Tuesday into Wednesday. All right, so talking about this, most of the day Tuesday is dry. As we get into Tuesday afternoon, snow starts coming into the forecast, sleet, freezing rain, and then eventually rain. We are going to be seeing a rapid warming overnight Tuesday into Wednesday. That also comes with the very strong winds potentially mixing down to the surface. So what are we talking about as far as precipitation as we go towards, say, Wednesday morning? Well, most of us will be switching over to just plain rain by that time. Heavy rain at that for some locations. As we go throughout the day Wednesday, temperatures are still warm enough to support mainly rain during the day, and then into the afternoon, temperatures will start falling and we'll start seeing a little more snow for some locations. I am concerned about some flooding for Wednesday because we could see a rapid snow melt for some places. So we could see a rise in our creeks and our rivers and streams out there. So that could be a concern for us on Wednesday. The big thing that we're going to be talking about is going to be the potential for strong to damaging winds. So Tuesday, during the day, winds not that bad. They'll be gusting upwards of 35 miles per hour by the time we get into the afternoon. It's as we get after sunset, that's when winds really start picking up. And you can see by 5:30, 6 o'clock at night, we're already seeing winds gusting upwards of 40, 45 miles per hour around the Tug Hill Plateau. And as we get later in the night, towards midnight, between Tuesday and Wednesday, that's when we start seeing the potential for the strongest winds. We could be talking winds gusting anywhere from 50 to 65 miles per hour, potentially. There is the potential to see wind gusts higher than that. Where do I think it's going to see the strongest wind gust? Well, it's going to be the western and northern part of the Tug Hill region. So we're going to be talking Barnes Corners to Copenhagen, maybe even Carthage. Let's go ahead and redraw that for you real quick. But kind of circling where we're expecting the strongest winds, it's going to be right here in this circle. So we're talking potentially Adams Center, Barnes Corners, Copenhagen, maybe over towards Carthage, Black River. City of Watertown, it's going to be close. We're expecting strong gusts here in the city as well. Worth and the Lorraine, expecting some strong winds as well. But that's for the strongest. All of us are going to see some pretty strong winds, especially along the northern slope of the Adirondacks in St. Lawrence County. And that's because our winds are going to be coming out of the southeast. So that's going to give us the correct wind direction to give us the very strong wind. Now, does this last as we go all day throughout the day during the day Wednesday? No. As we go towards Wednesday morning, still expecting very strong wind gusts, but not nearly as strong as what we saw around midnight. My concern going with this is going to be the potential for some tree limbs falling, maybe even some trees falling, and things of that nature. So do be mindful that while we have snow in the forecast Saturday night tonight into Sunday, the big concern for us is going to be as we get ready to move towards, say, Tuesday night into Wednesday. And that's because we're expecting the rain, the snow, the sleet, the freezing rain, and then the very strong winds. Remember, we're talking winds could be gusting upwards of 65 miles per hour, if not greater for some locations. So as we go throughout the day tomorrow, I'll, of course, keep you updated on this potential. And then Beth and John Kubis will have more updates on Monday and Tuesday as we get closer to these strong winds that will be coming into the forecast. But just know, now is the time to start taking your precautions for the strong winds that are in the forecast.